Imagine being afraid of your husband. Imagine sleeping on the floor of your daughter's bedroom, clutching a phone hidden under the pillow. What would you need to be helped out of that nightmare?
I had been talking with what was called RCDV for several years and was particularly interested in the movement that the board was making toward a new strategic direction. And when I joined the board, the first thing that we decided we needed to do was to form a new identity. We were called Rappahannock Council on Domestic Violence, and when you hear that, right away you tend to shut down. So we started kind of struggling through finding a new identity and a new name, and I met Byron Glaser.
Based on an ad that I did for a fundraiser, I was asked to do, and I helped come up with an identity. They had a brilliant 10-year plan, but they didn't really have an identity or a name that reflected what they are about. And it was a remarkable meeting for me because everyone had their opinions about what they liked, and one of the women is actually a survivor of domestic violence, and she said of all the names up there, the Empower House is where I would want to go because that's what I felt like I had none of. And it was amazing to me that every woman on that committee looked at that name and their minds and hearts were changed. And every one of them said, that's our new name. It was so simple, and so it was really great.
We went from Rappahannock Council on Domestic Violence to Empower House. And within a year's period of time, we changed the scope of how the community looked at us. Empower House was such a dynamic name, and of course talking about domestic violence is a very difficult subject to talk about. But once we could talk about it in an empowering sort of way, people were willing to listen. It truly was amazing.
Empower House has been meeting needs of women for 35 years. And this past year, the Empower House board has stepped up its game.
What strikes me the most about this organization is the amazing brain power and can-do attitude behind this group of dedicated individuals. In the short time I've been involved with Empower House, I've seen ideas turn into realities with a profound effect in our community. I know we are making a difference.
This has been an amazing year. We were just coming off launching the new brand, and an opportunity landed in our lap, something we've been working on with our strategic plan. And the Sunshine Lady Foundation gifted us a downtown duplex to turn over and supply housing that has been badly needed by survivors. And when we took that to the board at that first meeting, we called a special meeting and everyone showed up. When we said we have this opportunity and we have this much time, we have a very short amount of time to raise the funds to open this house, I wasn't sure how that would go. And to my surprise and excitement, everybody said, we can do that.
The community, staff, the board, everyone came together and accomplished this, and it didn't hit me until one night I was driving past the house and there were the little kids playing on the porch, and I just thought that we did that. We put them somewhere safe that they needed to be, and it made everything come together for me that we accomplished that. We made families safe, and that's what Empower House is about.